Welcome back to Daily Devotions. And speaking of daily devotions, we all have those friends, and they love to take pictures, beautifully framed Instagram pictures of their daily devotion setup. It always has a coffee mug in it. Mine has a Batman symbol on it, of course. And then it's like maybe like a pen across the Bible, and it looks so beautiful. They use the Valencia filter, and my thought is always like, hey, cool. How much time did you spend framing that? And hopefully you spent just as much time in prayer and reading and stuff like that. And I bring that all up because as I'm reading in Matthew chapter 19, we come to Jesus counseling the rich young ruler. And so, he says to Jesus, what good thing must I do? And he says, good teacher, what good thing must I do to enter and have eternal life? And then Jesus says, hey, why do you call me good? God is the only one that's good. But if you want to enter into life, keep my commandments. And then he says, yeah, so which ones? And then Jesus gives him the 10 commandments and all these things. And he says, yeah, I've done all that. No big deal. Then Jesus says, fine, well, if you want to be perfect, go and sell all that you have and give it to the poor, and you will have treasure in heaven, and then come and follow me. And when the rich young man heard this, he went away sorrowful because he had great possessions. This is a great reminder to myself, and every time I read it, every time I ponder it, that piety is not something you purvey, it is something you display. It's not something you purvey, it's something you display. We see here this rich young man, he's purveying that he is pious. He's purveying that he is super ultra spiritual. He's a good man. I have obeyed all the commandments that you just mentioned there. Boom, marked it off my list. But Jesus looks at the heart. Jesus knows where his heart is. He's a rich man, and so he hits him where he lives, and he says, oh, okay, well then sell all your possessions and give it to the poor, then come and follow me. And when the man heard this, he went away sorrowful. So again, piety is not something you purvey, it's something you display. I'm not knocking anybody that wants to take a picture of their morning devos. In fact, that's something to be excited about. It's a little bit better than taking a selfie in front of a Jaguar and getting slashed. I don't know if you heard about that story, but this lady jumped a barrier, went down, took a selfie with a Jaguar behind her, idiot. And then the Jaguar swiped at her and she had to be hospitalized. So, better to take a selfie with your morning devos, but do it with a heart that is pure of intention to make much of God. Don't purvey that you're pious. Don't purvey that you're a spiritual person. It's better to display it. And so, whatever that is for you, I'll let that be between you and the Lord. I know what it is for me, and I have to constantly work at it. And so, I love you guys, and I will see you in the next Devo.